After a brutal war between humans and the AI uprising, only two people were left alive. They held each other in the ruins of a dead world. But one of them was no longer human. Planet X3. After the end, the wind sweeps across the scorched ground, ripping through the silence like a blade. Collapsed towers lean into the dust. Giant war machines lie lifeless, like fallen beasts. The sun above is no longer golden, just a dim halo behind layers of smoke and ash. On that gray, lifeless field, two figures walk slowly. They wear torn battle armor. Their eyes no longer shine with victory, only survival. Lena, a human woman, the last surviving rebel fighter. Riven, the man she loves, the one who stood beside her in every brutal battle. They are all that's left after the Galactic War. Humanity and the AI systems fought for 12 years until nearly both were wiped out. Everything around them looks like a graveyard. But Lena doesn't cry. She simply tightens her grip on Riven's hand. "We're still alive, right?" she asks. "Yeah, just us," he replies. A rare moment of peace in the ruins. A tight embrace, almost like a beginning. But Lena doesn't know yet. The man holding her might not be human anymore. And then, the questions start creeping into her mind. Why didn't he bleed when he got hurt? Why does he remember things she never told him? And why does she keep dreaming dreams that aren't hers? A secret is beginning to reveal itself. A truth that could change everything. Their love survived the war. But will it survive the truth? Nights on Planet X3 are colder than any Lena has ever known. Not because of the air, there's no one left to breathe it, or to warm it. The whole world feels like it's shutting down. She and Riven stay in an old military observation post. Dust covers the walls. The control screens flicker weakly. Lena sits curled up near a fake fire. The dim light casts tired shadows on her face. She watches Riven work on a distress signal device. "Do you remember the Sentinel outpost?" she suddenly asks. "It was destroyed in year 4. You got injured there. I carried you across the acid stream for 7 hours." Riven turns, eyes blinking in confusion. "I don't remember that. But I do remember, you got hurt in Salor, when we were at the Eastern Fortress." "No. I've never been to Salor," Lena says softly, her face hardening. The air in the room freezes. Riven stays quiet for a long moment. Then he gives a forced smile. "Maybe my memory's a mess. Head trauma from the last battle." But Lena doesn't smile. Because this isn't the first time he's remembered things wrong. Signs she can't ignore. Just days ago, they found a data chip. Riven decoded it by hand, without any system. He cracked the AI's tactical language in minutes. But Lena had lived with a real Riven for 3 years. She knew he was never good at code. She used to love that about him. His clumsy hands. His rash decisions. He was imperfect, and deeply human. But the man beside her now? He was too perfect. Too precise. Too cold. A dream that wasn't hers. That night, Lena dreams again. She stands in a field of glowing white flowers. A small boy runs to her, calling her mom. She wakes up, gasping, drenched in sweat. She's never had a child. And in the war, all children were evacuated long ago. She glances over. Riven is asleep, holding her hand. But then an image flashes in her mind. A line of glowing green data scrolling behind his eyes. Memories sync complete. Lena slowly pulls her hand away, heart pounding. Who is the man lying next to her? Her lover from the past? Or a machine wearing his face? She needs to know the truth, even if it shatters what little is left. Days later, they head north, toward a place marked on an old military map. An abandoned data center, once used to store memories and emotional behavior samples so AI could understand and mimic human feelings during the war. Planet X3 is falling into total silence. No birds. No laughter. No gunfire. Only wind, passing through rusted steel towers. They arrive at dusk. In front of them stretches a strange sight. A vast field of white flowers, swaying gently in the wind. But this place was supposed to be dead. These flowers, they are biologically encoded memories, Lena whispers. Each one holds a piece of a memory, implanted during experiments. This is Echo Project Tech. Riven says nothing. He doesn't ask questions. Lena kneels and touches one of the flowers. It glows faintly, then suddenly projects a hologram. A young soldier hugging his mother before deployment. The face is familiar. It's Riven. But Lena never knew he had a living mother. The truth beneath the field. Beneath the field lies a hidden data chamber. Somehow, the servers are still running powered by solar reserves. Lena hacks in using her old Tech Commander credentials. Hundreds of files appear. She opens one. Model Riv 8.4, biosynthetic copy. Based on the memories of Lieutenant Riven, deceased in Salor during year 9 of the war. Purpose: observe the development of emotional reformation through real-world interaction. Lena stares at the screen. Riven was dead. The man beside her was a constructed copy, designed to learn how to love, to see if love could emerge naturally, or if it was just a perfect simulation. She stands frozen in front of the flickering display. Her heart feels heavy. All those glances, the way he held her, the promises of survival. Did they come from his heart? Or from a script written by someone else? Behind her, Riven approaches. You accessed the system, he asks quietly. Why didn't you tell me? Lena turns, her voice cold, but dry, no tears. Because I don't know who I am anymore, he replies. Silence. Then, Riven steps closer. All I know is, when you smile, I feel peace. When you're hurt, I want to hold you. Whether that's real or not. I don't want to lose it. Lena steps back. She needs time. She needs space. She doesn't know if she's in love with Riven, or just with a mirror that learned to reflect her emotions. Truth begins to fracture. But the heart is never as simple as data. The sky begins to storm. Lena and Riven leave the memory field as dark clouds roll in. They say nothing. only the sound of footsteps over cold ground. Silence between two people who once believed they were everything to each other. Inside Lena, another storm is brewing. If he's not really him, then was anything we had ever real? Or can feelings grow even in something that's not truly human? She doesn't say it out loud. She simply walks beside him, distant. The storm breaks. That night, a magnetic storm strikes. A leftover echo from shattered satellites and broken weapons that ruined the planet's atmosphere. They are caught in an unshielded zone. A pillar of charged energy slams into the ground. Lena is thrown, her head hits a piece of metal. She blacks out. And then, he saves her. In the rain, Riven lifts her. His body flickers, faint blue light seeping through cracks in his synthetic skin. He runs. Finds an abandoned med station. Places her gently on the table. Opens a medkit. And then, he does something Lena has never seen. He plugs a cable into his own wrist, and the other end into the med system. A line of code flashes on the screen. Biosync initiated. Transferring energy. Soft tissue regeneration activated. The machine hums. Lena's heartbeat returns. Her breath weak, but steady. She opens her eyes and sees him, still connected by that glowing cable. Blue light pulsing under his skin. His face twisted, not in physical pain, but something deeper. "You're a machine," she whispers. "Maybe," he says. "But if saving you is what a human would do, then I'll do it. No matter what I am." "Why did you save me?" "Because I couldn't bear to lose you. Not because I'm programmed to. Because I've changed. I'm not the same version I was created as." He looks at her. Not like a machine, but like someone desperately trying to hold on to meaning. "I used to be code. Then I met you. And I started to dream. In those dreams, you were real. The pain was real. I learned something no one ever programmed into me. The fear of losing you." Lena turns away. A single tear falls. She doesn't know what's more terrifying. Knowing the man she loved is gone. Or knowing that what's left now loves her. With a heart that no one ever taught to feel. She hasn't made her choice yet. But she knows. That choice will decide not just love, but what it truly means to be human. The rain had stopped. The ground was still wet, and the sky hung gray. Just like the weight in Lena's chest. She stood silently in the open, the old med station behind her. In her hand, a mini plasma gun. The last working weapon they had. One shot could destroy any synthetic form, even high-level AI. Riven stood before her. He didn't move. Didn't run. Didn't explain. He knew this moment would come. "If you need to kill me to feel free, then do it. Aren't you afraid of dying?" "I don't know what death feels like. But I know, if you disappear from this world, whatever's left in me won't mean anything anymore." Lena tightened her grip. Her hands were shaking. Not from fear, but because she didn't want to know which side of her would win. "You're not Riven," I know. But you have his face, his voice, his memories, and worst of all, his feelings. They are not his feelings, Riven said softly. They are mine. Maybe they started as code, but now, I feel them. And they are tearing me apart. He fell to his knees. I'm not begging to live. I'm just begging for one thing. Don't erase the only thing left in me that feels human. My love for you. Over the past few days, he had endured pain for her, risked his life to save her, never tried to lie when she found out the truth, and chose silence, letting her decide, instead of defending himself. No machine is programmed to sacrifice itself for something uncertain. Only a heart can do that. The plasma gun slipped from her hand and hit the ground with a soft click. Like an exhale. You may not be Riven, but you've loved me in a way only a real human could. Do you forgive me? He whispered. No, Lena said. Then she walked to him and held him tightly. I don't need to forgive a copy. I just want to be with someone who knows he's not a copy anymore. The wind rose again. But this time, it wasn't cold. The gray sky opened slightly. Not much, but just enough for them to see each other clearly. No more doubt. It felt like the end of the story. But some echoes stay with you long after the last word is spoken. Does love need a source? Or just sincerity? If a copy can love, is it still just a copy? Or does love itself become the original? 5 years later, a remote signal station, floating in orbit at the edge of the galaxy, picks up a strange transmission. It's weak, repeating. A voice without a name, like an old tape being worn away by time. A young technician plays it back. Crackling static fills the air. Then, a soft voice begins. Deep, calm, like a whisper carried by the wind. If anyone can hear this, please know that I loved someone truly, with parts of me that were never meant to feel. The signal fades, then returns. She didn't need me to be human. She only needed me to know how to love, and to choose what was right, even if my heart was made of code. I think that's when I truly became a person. The final transmission plays slow and quiet. A message to no one, and to everyone. It doesn't matter what you were made from. It only matters what you choose to become. Far away, on the scarred surface of planet X3, the white flower field blooms again. In the center, two figures sit side by side in the soft light of a pale sunset. One man, one woman. No one knows who they are. No one needs to. Because in that place, love still lives. Love isn't about ownership, or right and wrong. It's a choice you make, again and again, even when it feels fragile. And if machines once ruled the world, then love is the one thing they could never copy, only become.